came out of the bathroom, and I was just like,
Yeah.
what is this?
We are here.
Yeah.
They pulled
I
up
said,
like, oh
this
my
is
God,
what-
I am here.
Because I am here.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, stone cold. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, yeah.
Watch out, drop it going for the switch. I just wanna bound for a miss. Keep your eyes straight on me for the blessing. Treasure up in the heavens, we snatch it. Oh, look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. All that power in the keys, yeah, but really wanna use that.
Welcome to those Indie Geeks. My name is Q.
I'm just raised. I don't know why I had to say it like this. Shout out to Demon Slayer.
I'm just raised.
I'm just raised. And it's your boy Prodigal.
And here we talk about all things geeky, otherwise, and then fourth. Like, we talked about our childhoods, the last one, and everything that we kind of grew up with, like having to navigate as a 90s, 2000s baby. So it was, yeah, interesting times. Go check that one out. But, yo, there was a question posed by Prodigal. You said, what was your question again?
Basically, how familiar were you guys? Because you guys are really more familiar with comic books than I am, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How familiar were you guys with the character of Peacemaker before even the show started, before season 1 came out?
Oh, yeah. And I said, I am familiar. And Just Rage, you said,
I had no idea
right?
who he was.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
two sides of the
no
coin.
idea.
Yep.
Mine came from extensive looking at DC Comics. Like, he popped up in a couple, and then I actually saw a Peacemaker comic a long time ago when I was a baby child. Thank God I didn't read it, probably. Like, no,
Was they all like that back then?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, it
my
was
question
very
was going to be.
violent. It was
Okay.
very
Oh,
violent.
okay, gotcha.
And other things too?
Probably
not.
not the other things that we're seeing in that's all.
I think
James
that's
Gunn.
I think
so
that's more
James Gunn
James
is just a
Gunn.
degenerate,
For real.
huh?
I think
James Gunn's just a
that's more so
degenerate.
James Gunn.
Yeah, Rose a degenerate. That's all we know.
He said which James, we don't believe you're actual degenerate, but like just saying. Maybe. I don't know. We
You don't believe it. I do.
We don't know. I believe the best in people, like the word tells us to. But but the stuff that we're seeing, I think he just felt like, since we're going to talk about the show now, like I think he just had to amplify it tenfold, because there was only like a little bit of that in the first season, like a tiny little bit of it, and this time he said, yeah, you're getting it.
Hey,
All up in
yo,
your
what?
face. You're getting it all up in your face. No pause. This the new DCU. No pause.
Welcome to our first rated R episode.
Forward.
But the funny thing about
Skip to this timestamp.
about Peacemaker is, like, this is the first like live action series that we've gotten in the new DCU.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I guess
it's
like
interesting to see how they're playing this.
yeah. Yeah, obviously from the get-go, from that recap too, right? You see that like he was basically wasting no time, and they replaced the Justice League with the Justice Gang, and the conversation with Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl and all of that.
Yeah.
I think that was actually, so before I started watching it, I saw like on social media like people were already talking about it, and so that was kind of spoiled for me. But I did not know that was in like the very beginning of episode 1. You know, like I thought that was going to come much later. You know what I'm saying? Like in some flashback scene or something like that, not as like a recap.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I didn't think he was gonna just hop, skip, and jump. Like, look, that
They
never
first
happened.
Never happened. Yeah.
They first pressed us.
That was they totally did. They Aunt Viv'd us. They
Sad.
aren't
Oh,
They just
yeah,
flipped out the
yeah.
unveil.
I understood that reference.
You know Fresh Prince?
Cap.
Yeah.
You know Fresh Prince?
Everybody knew Fresh Prince.
Yes.
Everybody knew Fresh
He didn't
Prince.
know Boy Meets World, so I gotta ask these questions.
No.
But
I've
everybody
watched a
knew
few
Fresh
episodes, but
Prince.
I know what happened with Aunt Viv. Like, I know, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no, everybody knew Fresh Prince, bro. Will Smith was an international superstar.
Touche.
Still is.
Yeah, I don't
But,
think it's something that I watched when I was a kid, or like, but later on I did. And I know, obviously, like that, Fresh Prince is such like a cultural phenomenon.
I
For Will Smith,
appreciate
too.
I appreciate how they did that though, because you didn't have to get all convoluted. He didn't have to give us a whole cockamamie reason as to why, that was the case. He was just kind of like, "What you mean? That other thing? Then what are you talking about? This is this reality.
Facts.
This
Yeah.
is this reality." So that probably happened in a different part of the multiverse, but this is this part of the multiverse, and he's all like, "Yep, here we go, season 2.
Yeah.
Let's get it."
Have any of y'all
But-
went back to the last season of season 1 to see if they changed it there too?
Yes.
I did not. Did
Did they change
Or
it?
no?
Nah.
Oh, it's still regular?
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I've seen, it's still the same. Which makes it even more hilarious and even more like you can buy into the bit that it's like a multiverse show. Like, because it's like, okay,
Hilarious.
well maybe that did happen in a different reality, and we just we're in the DCU now, so we're seeing it from this perspective instead of the other one. I'm cool. I was cool with that. I was like, because I was waiting. I was so excited and like, how's he gonna explain it? He's just like,
And then
I'm
it
just
just
not gonna
happened.
explain it. I'm
Right.
not
The
gonna
only
explain
thing-
it.
Yeah.
The only thing that would have made that scene better is if DJ Jazzy Jeff would have popped up and been like, something different about you, and then walked off screen.
There's something missed opportunity, James Gunn.
I
to just have
think-
Jazzy Jeff.
I think that just showing up, and them just showing up, and then like replacing. I think again, like you said, Q, like there's no other explanation. There's no explanation needed, right? We know what happened. We know we are leaving this other DC slop behind, and now we're coming into this new refined, put together world of James Gunn. That's what he's trying to set the scene or set the standards.
And I appreciate
We'll see
it.
we'll see how polished it goes. Right now
Yeah.
I think I'm thoroughly enjoying Peacemaker. So I will say like I haven't watched I know what happens in Peacemaker season 1, but I haven't watched the full season. I think because I kind of tapped out by like middle of the season. I'll say that. Not because the show
you
was
got
bad.
bored, huh?
No, not because the show was bad. I just didn't feel it as much. Not boredom. I was just like, okay, cool. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'll get back to it, and I never did. Does that make sense? Like, I
I feel
wasn't
it.
bored. I was tapped
yeah.
in, but I was just like, I have other things to watch too, so I never got back into it. But I know what happened.
I feel that.
And
That's-
I think season 2 though is off to a very strong start. It's like I couldn't stop watching it kind of thing, and I feel it gives me like straight up boys energy, and I love the boys. Obviously, it gives me the boys energy a lot.
It doesn't for me because I don't like the boys.
Yeah.
But
You know what? I agree with Prodigal on the fact that it gives me kind of boys energy, not to the degree of boys
No.
the boys,
No.
but like it does give that energy. And I was thinking about it because the way you were kind of tapped out of season 1, it's kind of how I feel about season 2. Like I'm following the story and I'm like not lost at all,
Interesting.
and I'm
Okay.
watching it. But I'm not in really the greatest of
Why?
rushes to like watch it. Like, oh, a new episode dropped, I gotta watch it. It'd be like, oh yeah,
Why?
a new episode of Peacemaker did
Yeah,
drop.
why? Why though?
I think it's because it's giving me that boys energy, and I'm kind of over that. Like at this point, I'm just kind of over the gratuitousness just for gratuitousness sake. Like,
Bro,
just
that first scene
That
about,
dude,
like,
that
when
came
he
out
had
of
the party
nowhere. That came
with
out
the
of
party.
nowhere.
I was
that was
sniffed.
random as crap. I was like, oh,
Bro
okay. This-
sniffed. Bro said,
It was just,
and then boom.
excuse my language, this is ass. I was like,
I was like, oh, we just immediate. Immediate drugs. All right.
Yeah. No, that was wild.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is going on right now?
I'm like, thank God I'm not with a child watching this.
There's all kinds of junk flying around.
What in the heck?
Facts.
So that outside of that, which was it was out of nowhere, and it was kind of funny, but I thought that was it because they kind of did that in the first season too, like showed a little
Right.
something, and it was like, it's over. But this time they kept coming back. I
It
was
just kept
like,
going.
yo,
Yeah, it just
they're
kept going.
still there. They're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
there. The
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
came out of the bathroom, and I was just like,
Yeah.
what is this?
We are here.
Yeah.
They pulled
I
up
said,
like, oh
this
my
is
God,
what-
I am here.
I am here for sure.
Yeah.
Like stone cold muff. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know how to get out of that. We're not good hosts.
So-
We cannot get out of that.
So, in saying that aside, the plot of the actual show was what I was obviously more interested in. So they fixed the whole dimension thing. We don't have to explain that now. And now we're going full tilt into season 2. I'm loving the connections that they're making because of Creature Commandos that already aired. So like Frank is going, like his character is going back to like, yeah, remember that trip that we did in Opaskan, whatever it was called, Pakistan or whatever. I got that completely, I butchered that. But the fictional land that they went to with the Creature Commandos, he references it, and they also reference the Suicide Squad. And I'm loving the connections because
And
it's like,
Superman.
oh yeah, and Superman. Yeah, I'm loving the connections just because, like, oh yeah, I forgot your character is in that cartoon. Like, this is
Right.
this is connecting, and I feel like that was obviously James Gunn's plan. He told us that's what he was going to do, but it's interesting to see it in motion because I kind of get where they're headed with the whole animation being just a different view of the same reality type of thing. Like a lot of these fantastical things, if you think about it, at least this is how I'm thinking about how they're framing this. A lot of the fantastical things that it would cost a fortune to make in a movie, but they need to make the side story of that said thing and what happens to lead up to it, you can just take care of that in animation.
Yeah.
And that's
And
exactly
not have to
what
worry
they did
about
with
blowing
Creature
your
Commandos.
budget. Yeah.
Right, and that's what Creature Commandos did. So, so we don't necessarily have to see Miss Frankenstein or the Weasel again, or any of the other characters to know that they're out there somewhere. They're just they're just doing something else. They're either in Belle-Reve or doing whatever else, and he just happens to be in Superman, and he just happens to be in Peacemaker, and he's just kind of connecting the dots. So whenever we do see those other characters, we're already introduced to them.
Right.
We already know who they are, and chances are they're probably going to be involved in something that isn't going to be that's not going to need like a large scale of like animation, CGI or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a good plan.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think it's a little different than what Marvel's doing. You know, Marvel's, again, like, they have all these other animation things happening, but it's clearly, like, I mean, with What If and all these different things, it's like, it's not necessarily connected to the main universe. Whereas, I like how you phrase that. It's just a different way to see the same reality.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like, it's just a different presentation, but it's like everything is happening in the same thing. Like, we're not worrying about different things, right? Unless it's obviously we have other things in another universe like Batman and all of that, but that's different.
But
and
he's
that's
taking
clearly
care.
stated.
He's taking care of stuff because he appeared in Creature Commandos too. But I don't know if you've watched it yet or.
I was talking about the Batman, like Robert Pattinson's. I'm just saying in this DC universe, like it's clearly
there's other things
showing.
going on.
Yeah. And for me, like Peacemaker so far, we're 4 episodes in as at the point of this recording, and I think yes, I mean, like I kind of touched upon, like it has a little bit of the boys' energy, which I like. I like things that are a little gratuitous, not extremely, but at the same time, it's just like, okay,
Not
like
to
have
the
fun with it.
not to the
Huh?
point where he like that first. I'm just saying that
Yeah,
came up. I
that's
was
that.
like, oh,
That's a
okay,
little
here we
jarring. It's a
go.
little
And then
jarring.
it came
It's a little
back,
jarring.
and I was just like,
It was just
oh,
random as crap.
Yeah.
It was just like,
No.
oh, this is what we
oh.
doing. Okay.
But I
Why did
think
it come
like
back?
the
Oh,
connection between the characters haven't been lost. The connection between
yeah,
the projects haven't been lost. I really like the character of Chris Smith. Like, he's very. Everyone's saying that he has like a douchebag kind of jerk kind of attitude. To be honest, it's toned down from the last movie,
yeah,
right? And I
yeah.
think
He
I like
he
this.
changed quite a bit.
Not from the last movie. Sorry, from the last season.
Movie
That's
Mhm.
what I
and
like.
the
I think.
and the last season. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think this one is like a bit more toned down, which I really like. I actually like. Cena is a great actor. I would say it's still number two. Dave Bautista, Cena, Rock somewhere all the way down at the bottom. But
that's crazy.
I wouldn't go
he's.
that far. I wouldn't go that
Yeah,
far.
I was like, The Rock's
I
actually
want to
acting
give
his
the new
behind off
movie
right
that
now.
he's in the. Yeah, there's a new movie that's coming out, right? Or is it already out? The wrestling one? No, is it wrestling or boxing or
It's like MMA stuff.
is it
Yeah,
MMA? Yeah,
it's somebody
some of that.
somebody from MMA.
Yeah, so I want to watch that. I want to give him his props when it's due. But you know who my favorite character right now in season 2 is? Does anyone want to guess?
Eagerly.
I love Eagly, but no.
Oh, okay.
The detective lady.
No.
You talking about the Hispanic John?
Agent
Yeah.
Flurry.
Oh, Tim Meadows' character.
Tim Meadows' character.
Oh, got you.
He is
Got you.
hilarious.
He is hilarious. He is hilarious.
Oh my goodness! I was just like, this guy, like, he has bird blindness. He's calling Eagly
Bird
a duck.
blindness
I
The bird
love it.
blindness was
So
hilarious.
dumb.
It's a duck.
That's my
It's-
favorite
it's not
character
a
right
duck.
now.
And tell me he had a duck.
It's alternating between a duck and a parrot.
Right.
So he's
That
my
dude
favorite
is funny.
character. I love him.
Bro.
That's amazing.
Now, one
That
thing I
dude
will
is
say I do
hilarious.
appreciate about James Gunn and his DCU is one, he has an open sandbox, so we don't have to worry about him trying to acquire rights for characters outside of Static Shock. We don't have to worry about him acquiring rights for DC licenses and stuff like that. He has the whole open sandbox he can play in.
It's a whole
And-
thing, protocol. Don't ask it.
I know,
It's
but
a
I
whole
mean,
thing.
who are they owned by though right now? Who is Static Shock owned by?
It's a
It's
different
the whole
company.
thing.
It's a whole
Yeah,
thing.
Oh, okay.
it's weird to be honest. Like you kind of gotta like sit and read through it because it's kind of silly.
I can send you a video to kind of put you up to like knowing what's going on with that. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's definitely kind of silly. But I also like the fact that James Gunn gonna make sure his people have a job.
oh yeah,
Buddy that
Yeah.
buddy that played Yondu,
Yeah,
he gonna
Michael
stay
Rooker.
working as long as long
Yeah.
as James Gunn is
Stay
in the
working.
director chair.
Which like we were all thinking like this guy was just like not a phony, but at the same time he's just like
a
overacting
nutcase.
in this role. But then like that
Yeah.
whole ending scene of episode 4 was just like
Oh, he
okay.
does
no,
have
he,
some
All
he
right.
about
nutcase.
that.
Yeah, he about that life. Yeah, yeah.
He really
They were
trying to
questioning.
take out Eagerly.
They were questioning on the internet. They've been questioning like, is he going to be classified as a medic? Which okay, like everybody asking the question of. Everybody asking the question of whether or not they're going to classify anybody as a metahuman. James Gunn already kind of put out there who and what he classifies as a metahuman. Maybe not specifically who, but like he put what he classifies as a metahuman like out there already. So everybody still like, especially new rock stars, because they have a habit of just laying on something like pretty thick. Like, well, apparently he's classified as a metahuman. Like, James Gunn already gave us the criteria for what a metahuman is in his universe. Believe him until he says otherwise. I'm just saying, maybe listen to what he said and believe him, because he stated it could be a person with special powers or a human that has above average ability. basically. So that's him in his universe. So
But would mystical people, like people who are into magic, like a Zatanna and all that stuff, be classified under that as well, or are they just mystical?
that would be a special ability in my book.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes sense. I just that
I mean,
always.
I also go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that because DC has so many like people that fall into different categories and that sometimes overlap into different categories. That it's
Yeah,
always interesting to see how people classify certain stuff.
I feel like he might be also going for like the world knows them as metahumans. Like anyone with abilities or special powers. So the governments
yeah,
recognize these people, anyone with those powers as so that's what he's gonna be aligning with, like in terms of that definition. Obviously
yeah.
you can make classifications, subclasses, all that stuff, but everyone right now with any sort of, like you said, above average superpower
Special.
or power, it's a
Like, I think
metahuman.
he's probably gonna go the route that they did for Batman for a couple years, where they considered him metahuman just because he was above average as far as a human was
Mm,
concerned. He's like way smarter than a normal human, way stronger than a normal human. The dude's basically a super soldier in the New 52.
facts.
Like, so he's bench pressing a K. Who's doing that? This dude is bench pressing 1,000 pounds in the comic book frame. He's just all like, "Oh, Alfred, we need to put on a little more." Like, what? Heck no.
The fact
No
that
way.
Batman's still alive with the rogues gallery that he has and hasn't been snapped in half is just
Right.
Well,
mind-boggling. So it's like, bro, you got to be a super soldier because you mean to tell me you went
snapped
up
in
against
half is
Killer Croc,
crazy.
Bane, all these people, and you still
True.
intact? Like, come on, brother.
Yeah.
Well, Bane did break him.
I know, that's why I
Bane,
said
Bane
snapped in
did.
half is
He did,
crazy.
technically.
That's why, because he literally did that.
He gets his
But
behind whooped all the time. That's not.
Yeah.
For sure.
He gets it. He's just smart enough to figure out how to like not have that happen in a second.
oh, it's just like Dark Knight, bro. Why do we fall? So we can get back up.
Yeah. You quoted
Okay,
that
Donnie
real
McClurkin.
clean. Yeah. You quoted that real clean. We fall down. We get
When
up.
we get up.
We fall down. Clip it. Clip this one. Clip it.
Oh man. But dude, one other character that I'm really enjoying is also Adrian Chase. I think that man
Yes.
is so innocent and so crazy,
Vigilante?
and it's sorry, yeah, Vigilante, yep.
Vigilante. He is hilarious. He's like,
I don't,
I'm
Yeah.
I don't be
The
remembering their real
Spider-Fax.
names.
The Spider Facts, he's got Owl Facts and all that. Oh my
the
goodness.
wrong facts,
But-
though. That was the.
That's
The
the
wrong-
funny
like, why
part.
are
He
you?
started spewing off the spider facts, and it was like, no, that's not true. And it's like, huh?
He goes, but Peacemaker's all like, is that true? No, I don't know.
No. Yeah.
It's like,
And then
man,
this
what?
this whole alternate universe that Chris is like finding himself in. I love that scene where he's on the bike and like everyone's just like Peacemaker, and it's like Peacemaker, I love you.
That kid that
And he's
cried
just
in the
like-
car.
and he's like, all right, that's a little too much.
That's
He was like,
a
"All
little
right,
much.
bro."
He's saying the kid's crying is a little too much, and the lady full on flashed him on the other side. I'm just all
And
like,
he's just like best
I-
dimension ever.
that.
Oh yeah.
Come
Oh
on,
yeah.
bro. I'm just all like, you're ragging on this kid, but meanwhile she's whatever, man. I don't know.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where this story goes. So the first 4 episodes is pretty interesting, just seeing the different pieces of of his backstory that they're piecing together, and just
Yep.
showing how he got the dimension and portal as a child, how his father and his brother found it, how they can move it, which is crazy.
Because the little suitcase is the
Right, I know, but I'm saying like the fact that you can move a dimensional portal door thing is mind-boggling. And the fact that you have it is crazy, but the fact that you can move it is even crazier. It's like, fam, what?
It also shows how much more smart the alien races of other dimensions or otherworldly
Oh, for
dimensions
sure.
or whatever
Mhm.
are how much more smart they are than Lex, because Lex couldn't even figure out how to make his stable.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
So
Yeah.
he's smart, but not that smart. Even Mr. Terrific
Yeah.
was like, this could have been more stable. Why is he doing it like this?
Right.
So
He was like,
that's
this is why you don't mess with.
Yeah.
no, and then freaking and then somebody
Meaning
posed
Terrific is smarter than Lex, right?
oh yeah, no, he's smarter than Lex
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's only two people in the world that can even compete with Lex as far as intelligence. That's Batman and Mr. Terrific, which somebody brought up on TikTok. They did a little skit where Batman, if he was in the universe, even and they used Robert Pattinson's Batman like a little further along, but it would still be Batman, and how he would enter the situation like, you didn't do basic math to figure out that this would be unstable, Lex? Like, what's the matter with you? And then Mr. Terrific's in the back, like, that's what I told him. That's what I said.
That's funny.
I'm just like, man,
That's crazy.
but it just shows how much smarter they are than Lex thinks he is right now, or that he is, because he was smart enough to build it and make it happen. He just wasn't smart enough to figure out how to make it workable or doable to like safe to where he could do what he
Right.
needed to do without almost like tearing the world open.
I think it also shows to like what kind of like guy he really is, meaning that, and it kind of like alludes to like all these tech billionaires in our world that like will probably make
Yeah.
advancements in AI and tech, not really fully seeing how much. I mean, it could like they'll see it, they'll see the future, they'll see the impact for maybe a few years, but they don't see the full picture because they might be just
Yeah.
enveloped in their own crazy ideas, and
Mhm.
and then when it happens, then they'll reap the consequences later. But right now,
Like, oh,
it's all about the now, right? And for Lex, it's like he wants to build that now so he can basically build a prison for all the people that's wronged him, including ex-girlfriends.
Right.
Like
which was
he's very
wild.
childish, which is very childish, and it's a good comparison to the modern
That's
billionaires
how I
that we
feel with people
the
building
people that
those
we
little
face.
robots that are running around and like down there in Texas and wherever, like those little robots that are dancing and stuff.
Yeah,
And
robots.
then they start spazzing out.
Yeah, yeah, the ones that keep
Like, yo.
spazzing out. I'm all like, y'all never watched the Android saga from Dragon Ball Z and like saw how bad
There's
this
so
could go.
many references to AI and robots taking over and realizing
Yeah.
that we are the problem.
I
It's
think
like,
it's more
when are
like-
y'all gonna
They're
learn?
like, it's fun. It's fun
It's-
though.
it's-
The robot's doing the jig. He's dancing and
But the thing is, it's like end up becoming, or they end up becoming the victims of their own problems. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
they think that we're not gonna go into that future or not in that same outcome, but then ultimately it ends up becoming that thing.
The same thing.
right.
The self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It's
Mhm.
like we want to avoid this. Whatever you see in the movies is not going to happen because we're doing all these measures to make sure that doesn't happen. But then ultimately it does happen, and then Q had dropped out. Great.
He got
It's
fired
AI.
with,
It's the tech.
it's AI. They took him. They took him.
They got
He's
it.
like,
Yeah, we've been saying the truth too much. Riverside's watching us.
it's a conspiracy.
It wasn't even him that was talking. It was me.
I know. Somebody probably called him or something.
Oh,
We got to
man.
figure out
But
a way he can be on Do Not Disturb and record still.
crazy. But yeah, I think with Peacemaker, obviously we see oh my goodness. Sorry, there are like so many funny characters to me, but Rick Flag Jr. in the alternate dimension.
Bro, I wanted to talk about Rick Flag Jr. because I'm like, why did Rick Flag Jr. and Rick Flag Sr. look more like brothers than father and son?
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
y'all,
true.
y'all the
Creature
same
Commandos.
age. Stop it.
Creature Commandos. He's animated much older, right?
The hair is his hair is
Yeah.
a lot grayer,
Yeah.
and so he does look older in the cartoon. Then you see the brother playing him in real life. It's
Frank
like,
Grillo. Yeah.
they look the same. They
Yeah.
look like
No,
the
they
same
look very similar. Yeah. Yeah. No, but
you
I
more
like
than
how
your son brother. Like,
I like how Junior is basically kind of like a klutz and like
Right.
not a serious dude or anything in this dimension,
Facts.
which I love. I was just like, Um, but I think, yeah, the whole. Do you think that came out of nowhere, the Harcourt situation, or no? I think that was in season 1 as well, right? With Chris and Amelia.
What are you talking about? The hardcore situation?
Harcourt, like Amelia Harcourt and Chris, like them being together, them having feelings for
No,
each other.
I mean they flirted with each other in season one. Like
They did, I
it was
know, but
a strong like will they won't they type of situation.
hmm
But ultimately she kind of was more loyal to the job than she was to him. So it
yeah,
just she wasn't really looking for that. But then he goes over to the new dimension in season two, and it's just like, oh, we was actually together.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see where that goes. I think right now, like the show is in a very interesting spot with like, okay, like is she gonna betray him? Plus, like how that's gonna shake out, and um, yeah, like I think you're right though. It's kind of like figuring out like where does it go, and I think that's the making of a good show, right? Like
Hmm.
like the marks of a good show, which is like it keeps you on your toes. And I think
Right.
that's kind of needed, right? Like if we know where this this is gonna happen next, and then then it's gonna end in a big battle and all that. Most likely it's gonna be a big battle, but at the same time, it's
Oh,
like
for sure.
like
I'm
I
just
like
interested to
that.
see what story he's trying to tell because with Peacemaker going to like kind of playing in both dimensions, like you got the feds and Argus on your back
Yep,
in your dimension because
yep,
they see you with this portal,
yep.
and now it's just like you're playing in a new dimension because you didn't off their version of you, and so now it's just like I'm gonna take his spot, and it's
That's
just like
disturbing, by the way. That is
that
so
was.
disturbing. That was like the one eye open and like the head burning or like the head falling off and everything like that. I'm just like, bro, I could never. And he's right. Like if you ever meet your alternate dimension self, like I feel like that would be really really scarring.
It would be interesting, but it would also it's like in his case, he already know what type of time he was on before season one. Like,
True.
I'm loyal to the mission. I'm loyal to the story. Like, I don't have emotions when it comes to this. They
hmm
told me, freaking Waller told me to take out Rick Flag Jr. That's what I'm gonna have to do, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't got no emotions in this. So it's just like he knows that that's his commitment, or that used to be his commitment. So now he sees himself. It's just like I'm trying to explain to you, like, chill out. Let me explain. This ain't what it looked like. You're not gonna listen though, because you were me. You're
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah. Yeah.
dedicated to the cause and trying to take me out. So I gotta take you out, even though I don't want to, before you take me out. So it just kind of put him in a weird spot.
But like, if you ever meet your alternate self, like, what would you do? Like,
If I ever met
yeah,
my
yeah,
ultimate self, I don't know. I probably have like a conversation. I'll probably have a conversation, see what's up with the world. You know what I mean? Like, see what's up with wherever he at. You know what I mean? See if he had any questions for me. I ain't about to kill him. You know what
oh
I
yeah, I mean, no, cool.
mean?
No, I
I ain't
think just like figuring out like where this person's coming from, or like what the deal is, like why you even why are we even interacting and that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't know. And sometimes it's like people just have I don't know, people would just like pass out or like freak out and all that stuff. Which I feel like I would. I feel like I would. I would freak out. I'd be like, oh hell no, why do you
I
look
don't think
like
I
me?
would pass out, but I'd be like, "Yo, this is crazy! Like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Overseeing yourself in another
Yeah.
yeah,
dimension.
like meeting your
Yeah.
alternate self."
Yeah.
I
What
would
would you do,
only
Q?
if I would only if it was the me that still had locks and was topping the charts in CHH and actually had a devout woman. There's no all the minuses in life that I just like. If it was just an all around better Q, he even came up with a better stage name than Q. Like I would I would be, I would be all like. I would be all like, "You really got it all together, huh?" That's what.
So we know
Trade me.
Q's murdering his alternate self.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not murdering.
Well, that'd be easy to know who the real Q is because you don't have locks.
That's true.
Facts.
That's true.
What would you do, brother?
Not
If you
anymore.
outside of passing out? What you
No,
turn to?
I think I'm the same boat. I think I would have a conversation, you know, and just try to figure out like what's going on, but also like, yo, like what's different, and like, did you make the same mistakes I did, or like, or is your life
Did
better,
you
worse?
join a
Like, what is
rock
it?
band instead?
Yeah,
Hilarious.
that's true. That'd be cool.
Chronicle with like long
Dude,
hair,
yo,
fronting
I'll say
Creed.
this though, like,
Chronicle looking like Fabio.
No, he
Oh,
looks
what
like
a
he looks like he came out of a Bollywood adventure. Like he's just ripped, just
hey, look, yo, if there's an alternate version of me that look ripped like that, bro, I'll be like,
with long hair talking about. Do you
I would
love Jesus?
all the things that went right in my life. Oh my goodness. Yo.
Yeah, no, I would see.
Hopefully.
Yeah, would you see if your alternate self even stayed? How, like if they had slightly different beliefs or the same beliefs as you, or
Yeah.
is
Again,
there
I
a
think,
such thing like
I think
over in that reality?
I would want to see like, am I more like religious, or am I, I don't give a crap about faith? Am I liberal or conservative in terms of politics? Am I, just, what kind of people do I surround myself with? All of that. I think like every decision we make in our lives, obviously makes the person that we are. So I want to see like what led up to that change, or maybe we're the same, or maybe we're completely opposite.
You got ripped because the liberals got too antsy. I'm kidding. I'm
here
kidding.
at the Indie Geeks, we do not have an official political position. I just want to say
We don't. We really don't.
we
don't.
love
Don't come
both
after me.
conservatives,
Don't come
liberals,
after
and
us.
Our
moderates.
political
all
position is
equally.
our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Amen.
Seriously. Are you
Stop,
good?
bro.
Are you right? Hallelujah.
Yeah, but
yeah, that'd be cool.
Q, any other thoughts on Peacemaker though?
My thoughts. I obviously, like you guys, I'm excited to see where it goes, because they're kind of explaining away a lot of the things that people have been asking about the universe so far, and
Yeah.
I hope they expound upon it. Maybe, hopefully, we get like a guest spot from one of the heroes again, like. Maybe Guy comes back. Maybe Cornsweat comes in, and he's just all like, maybe he's like Clark, as opposed to Superman, and he's interviewing Peacemaker or something. Like,
Yeah, I think
that'd be dope.
there was a tease of that too, not in the show, but I think Gunn said that there will be like a bigger cameo near the end.
Oh, I hope so. I hope.
Excuse
Go
me.
ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm interested to see what's gonna be made out of all these alternate dimensions that he has access to. Like, what's gonna be, what's going to happen to the current alternate dimension that he's kind of playing around in, and then like
Yeah.
what's gonna happen with the portal door? Like, is it
I
gonna go ahead?
I hope that Darkseid comes out of this. Like,
So
I hope
Darkseid?
that. Yeah, I hope that all this fooling around like taps into his world on Apocalypse, and his scientists are all like, Earth has been playing around with this technology and yada yada yada. I think it's time we paid them a visit or something. Something that kind of leaves it with, which I know James Gunn isn't a fan of, because he stated it in a bunch of interviews that he's not a fan of that kind of resolution in his projects, that like he doesn't want to do like the Marvel formula where everything's leading up to the big bad. So I know it's not going to happen in that way, but I am looking for more clues to lead us towards eventually we're going to see any of the new gods. But like Darkseid would be my hope to like.
Do you think there's going to be a scene?
breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be a scene where they're like, I don't know, they're in the dimension and they're running around and they're opening random doors and we're seeing like little cameos?
Yes. Knowing James Gunn,
That would
probably.
be dope.
That
would be
knowing
dope.
James Gunn probably is
Yeah.
is probably going to be either an action sequence or like a zany action sequence where random stuff is happening.
I think Scooby Doo is going to show up again, because remember James Gunn directed Scooby Doo back in the day. Like,
I didn't know that.
Yes. Oh, I do
The
remember
live
that.
action
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
He,
the live action one.
the
I
first
think it
one?
was.
So if they,
I think it was the first one.
yeah,
Or was it
I
the
think it
second
was
one?
the first one. Yeah, it was the first one, and because the
Huh.
second one was done by some dude who does a bunch of like action movies, but like he, if
I'm
they were
looking
to
this
open the
up.
door and like Scooby Doo and Shaggy were like, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's no. He wrote it. Yeah, he wrote it. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it.
He didn't direct it.
Ah.
Wait, wasn't it Daniel Day Cretton? Or am I like
No, the first
who was
one
it?
was. Wait, hold on. Actually, no. Wait, which one am I looking at? Yeah, the first one was written by, directed by Raja Gosnell.
Roger
Never
Gospel?
heard of
Yeah, and
Now I
then the
remember him.
second
Now I remember
one,
him. Second one had to be a more notable person, I think.
sequel. Yeah, so both were directed by the same guy and written by. So both were written by James Gunn.
Yeah,
him.
I knew that much. I thought he
Yeah.
directed one of them though. But like
Mm-mm.
it'd be funny if he got cleared to do that because it is WB.
Mm-hmm.
So he could
Oh,
very
bring
well
him
be
back.
all
That
like,
would be funny.
I need to use the gang for this and like,
That'd be cool.
you know,
Has
That'd
Scooby
actually be
meet
cool.
has Scooby meet Eagly?
oh man.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
That
whole
no,
would
I'm
be funny.
excited.
attack. That whole attack scene was great though, with Eagly attack taking down all those agents. That
Bro,
was
That
awesome.
was crazy.
When he ripped
That
the dude's
Eagly
eye
fight
out,
scene was crazy.
Yeah.
when he was ripping the dude's eye out, I was like, yo, I forgot this was a graphic show.
I think
Facts.
James Gunn is like one of the best directors to deal with CGI animals. Like, I mean, I
Oh
think
yeah.
he's proven that
Yeah,
way too many
I'll
times
give you that.
at this point. Yeah.
Crypto was
But
cool.
with Scooby and now with
Rocket Fire.
Guardians and
if
then
if we knew that dogs couldn't do the things that dogs couldn't do in a Superman movie, I would have sworn that Crypto was a real dog.
yeah,
Facts.
How they portrayed him,
yeah, for
Facts.
sure. For sure.
and
Even to the
Eagly
part
just
with him
looks
being
real
trapped chasing
anyway.
squirrels. That was funny.
Oh, that had me rolling. But at the same time, it was sad. At the same
It
time, because
was,
I
but
started
it was also
laughing, and
funny.
I was like, oh.
Not the dog.
Like, do you guys hope that from this point, do you want James Gunn to continue to make Peacemaker more of its own kind of thing, or do you want him to be more involved in the broader scheme of the DCU, like show up in the bigger movies, have something to do with that, like outside of the
That's a good
Suicide
point.
Squad?
I mean, that's a good question. For me, I feel like depending on how they end season two, just with his character development and growth, I wouldn't be mad if he stays his own thing because he's almost kind of becoming a gag character in a sense of just like the
Mm-hmm.
stuff that he's involved in and involved with. But I'm not mad at him like randomly popping up in a movie, having
I
a
think,
scene real quick or
yeah.
being more intricate to the plot. I'm not mad at that
Yeah.
right now, but like I said, it all depends on where they take the character.
I think
Right.
with him, with the show starting off with him trying to join the Justice Gang, I feel like it might end with him actually getting an offer to join the Justice Gang.
Or maybe start a different type of team.
Or maybe that too,
Like
so that it can be his own thing.
I would love if they kind of took liberties because people are gonna bash James Gunn if they do this, or they'll probably bash me for this opinion. But I think it'd be cool if he started the first iteration of the Outsiders.
What does that team consist of?
Look it up.
All right.
Pull it up, man. It's
That
a
name
Outsiders.
sounds familiar, but
team.
I can't pinpoint who was a part of the Outsiders.
It was a Batman-led team.
Bro,
It had
nice.
Black Lightning. There's a couple of different iterations of it, but they were basically just like the street level heroes that were dope.
Got you. I wouldn't necessarily go
Organized
on
with
with that.
Batman.
What was the list, Prodigal?
So team leaders were Black Lightning and Batman, and then current members are Freight Train, Geoforce, Grace, Halo, Katana, Looker, Metamorpho, Olympian, Owlman, Red Robin, and Thunder. But you
I
also
know
had
about
guys
5
like
of those names.
Arsenal, Atomic Knight, Batgirl, Captain Boomerang Jr., Captain Marvel Jr., Catwoman, Creeper, Dervish, Dr. Light, Eradicator, Faust, Francine
But
Lee,
see,
Green Arrow.
that's
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The fact that you said that, like you only know a couple of them. See, James Gunn is the type of director and writer to where Outsiders would be perfect for him.
it's true.
Like
That
For
is true.
sure.
absolutely perfect for him. Like instead of giving us another Suicide Squad, which I think we should just leave that alone. Like I don't care about the
Yeah, I was gonna say
DCU version of it.
I don't really care about Suicide Squad right now. There's no
Give us the
real point to
Outsiders.
having it.
Give
Yeah.
us the Outsiders because the Outsiders has mostly Bat Family on it, and that way, because we're gonna get introduced to the Bat Family here pretty soon.
That's what
That
I'm
way,
most
you
excited about. I'm not gonna hold you.
Bat Family.
I Yes, I don't care nothing about Bruce or Batman at this point because we've had so many iterations of Batman.
Hmm.
It's like we know y'all can do it. We know y'all can do it well.
We know he
I
coming.
right. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
We have yet to see an accurate depiction of Nightwing, of Red Robin, of Red Hood, of Batgirl, of Batwing. Like, I want to see the Bat family.
Yeah.
I want to see them on screen. I don't
That's facts.
care about.
What's the
It's a
last time we
wonder we're
had
actually
Robin?
getting Supergirl.
Sort of a Batman Robin? Hmm.
It's a
That
wonder we're
part.
getting Supergirl that we like we're actually getting the Superman family before we're getting the Batman family for the first time in like ever. We have more Superman
Which I'm
family
not
than
mad
ever.
at because it's been so many Batman iterations. It's just like, okay, I get it.
Right.
Let it breathe for a little bit.
Yeah.
They said, okay, let me introduce you to Crypto and Supergirl
Right.
and Lobo. Like, I cannot wait until Jason Momoa
Oh,
hits up
Lobo's gonna be
Lobo,
fun.
bro. Lobo's
Yeah.
gonna be fire. Like, I don't
Yeah,
even
that's
think
gonna be
people
that's for sure gonna
understand.
be interesting.
This is not gonna be like this. And people saying like, oh, it's the equivalent to Deadpool. No, he's not.
What?
He's way more vicious than Deadpool.
How did they
But
get that out
also,
of Lobo? That's not even remotely close.
I'm gonna say how it is close because he breaks the fourth wall and he's violent. That's what they're doing. Like, but he's so different intrinsically as a character. You don't
Yeah.
understand what's about to happen. You think, okay, just because he breaks the fourth wall and he makes jokes and he doesn't take what he does like very seriously, like it's a Deadpool compare. Like, no, this is not gonna be like Deadpool. This is gonna be number one. James Gunn has a hand in it, so he will probably stretch the character from where he is anyway.
Right. I just don't like that comparison because it's like Deadpool's not the only person who owns breaking the fourth wall and being violent. Like She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. She cracks jokes.
They
She
didn't
can be
let her
violent.
do that though. They didn't let her. They said no. She-Hulk doesn't do this. You've never read a She-Hulk comic.
She was the first one in the comics to do it. So it's like, what are we talking about?
I think she
They
did it
ragged
enough.
on her.
When
They
Daredevil
ragged on
popped
her.
on the scene in the comics, he was an assassin. He wasn't even he didn't even crack
Right.
jokes. So it's
He
like,
was all serious.
now everybody knows him as this whole merc with the mouth, and it's just like that's not even who he was when he first showed up.
Everyone knows him as Ryan Reynolds.
Bro. I'm just saying, okay, because I want to spark off a different conversation because I know we got to go. But, like, this, I'm excited for Peacemaker. I'm excited to see where they end up, who they bring. I think it would be an awesome idea if they did an Outsiders movie and had him involved in some form or fashion. Did you guys already say your thoughts or whatever?
Yeah.
You just raised?
Like I said, I'm excited to see where the story develops, how it develops, how it's gonna end for season 2. I don't know how I feel about season 3 right now, but I'm interested to see how it finishes for season 2. I'm super excited for Lanterns, but that's a separate topic.
Oh, Lanterns, we got to talk about Lanterns because I'm really excited for that. They're finally giving some shine to Green Lantern, they always talk about the Trinity. They always talk about Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, but they never give any props to freaking Green Lantern. He's like right alongside of those guys, like as far as like who are the big people in the Justice League. Like, he's one of them.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I hate that Guy Garner was the first introduction to a Green Lantern in this universe, but here we are.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because Nathan Fillion did a good job of making Guy Gardner unique.
He did,
Yeah.
and they showed how powerful he could actually be with
Right.
him being a goofball. So I'm really interested in seeing how powerful John and Hal.
That's why I'm most excited. We are getting John Stewart.
That'll be a
Forget
fun
Hal
one.
Jordan. Forget Guy Gardner. We are getting John Stewart.
Whoa. Never forget Hal. Without Hal, there wouldn't be any of the
I
others.
want John Stewart.
No. Never forget it. DC fans, we apologize. No,
I want Sinestro.
No, we don't.
you want
That's what I want.
I'll say
Sinestro?
it again.
You want
I want
Sinestro?
Sinestro.
That big four-headed bastard.
That's 6 heads.
I want Sinestro.
He got 6 heads.
That's
bro.
what I'm waiting for. Whenever that movie comes out, that's what I'm waiting for.
He got a forehead that's like from
Yeah.
But
here to here.
I'm interested to see how they're even going to do, like, the whole Lantern lore. Like, how they're going to do the world of Green Lanterns, how they'll do, like, the other actual Lanterns, if they'll even get into that.
Right.
If they'll get into, like, Blackest Night. I'm interested to see how that can all play out.
Or at least start it, or at least, like, hint at it or something, because, like, we are just getting introduced.